president. But to me, when I look at this, I see the United States effect on what happened with Trump coming into office. This whole Trump train, I see it on a national scale, on a worldwide scale, I would say, on a worldwide level. Let's go.
Jose Antonio Cast was elected president of Chile in a decisive victory against a left-wing opponent.
What?
He will become...
Hold on, go back to that. That guy said, make Chile great again. So you see it. Is make Chile great again. I'm happy that Chile is actually, that they're taking this level of responsibility to bring back some level of conservative back into Chile. But it's interesting to see how much this immigration play has affected like the world. I think a lot of people wasn't waking up. A lot of countries are just starting to wake up to the effects of immigration on their borders and their policies.
He will become the most conservative president that Chile has had since the return of democracy in the 1990s, amid this wave of support for right-wing politicians across Latin America over the last few years.
Vamos a restablecer la ley. Vamos a restablecer el respeto a la ley en todas las regiones, sin excepciones.
Cast is a longtime politician, and he's pledged to attack a growing sense of insecurity and crime in Chile and reduce illegal immigration in the country.
Chile ha sido invadido. La inmigración ilegal, el crimen organizado.
Look at that. Chile has been invaded. Illegal immigrants, organized crime.
La acción del gobierno han desbordado nuestras fronteras. Pero eso se acabó.
Chile has long been one of South America's safest countries, but over the last few years, it's seen a dramatic increase in immigration that has mainly come from Venezuela, and it has seen a small increase in crime over recent years. A lot of voters had tied that to immigration, which Jose Antonio Cast pledged to crack down on, pledging to build ditches in the north along the border to prevent migrants from entering the country, and also expelling those migrants who are in Chile illegally.
Las personas que hoy día infringen la ley y están de manera irregular en Chile, les quedan 90 días para dejar el país.
They going serious over there. People who the people who are today breaking the law and in Chile irregularly have 90 days to leave the country. They taking a Trump approach. But you know, it's not just Chile. It's been going on in the UK. And Americans don't even notice that it's going on in the UK in that level. And that's the craziest part.
In recent elections across Latin America, we've seen a new wave of victories for right-wing politicians. There's the midterm elections in Argentina, where President Javier Milei's party did very well. Bolivia's presidential election, as well as elections in Honduras and in Ecuador earlier this year. So some of the issues that has propelled this new wave of politicians to power is a desire among voters to address two really key fundamental issues. One is an increasing crime, of organized crime, of drug trafficking, of extortion that has affected many of these countries, as well as economic challenges in other countries, from Argentina to Bolivia, that a lot of voters blame years of mismanagement and corruption by left-wing governments.
If you look at where they were when he first...
Isn't it strange that left-wing governments seem to have the highest issues when it comes to drug cartels and illegal drugs flowing through their country? What is it that the left and illegal drugs have in common? What is it? And I know we're talking, it is not even, I'm not even talking about cannabis. That's crazy. I'm talking about like the illicit drug use, fentanyl, crack, cocaine, like getting into the market and the people is crazy. All of these countries like the Venezuela that are experiencing this, the Mexico, They're always left-leaning countries. Always left-leaning countries. I do believe that the drug cartels, just like the mafia, had issues with the right, the conservative side, because it seemed like, you guys are conservative. And it seems like they don't have, like they've put a foothold in these countries. Damn. We don't recognize where we are in the U.S. We really don't recognize where we are pivotally in the U.S. See, UK can go through whatever they go through, but until Trump actually came and put his foot down, now we've seen a ripple effect going into South America.
And for office and where they are now, Scott, I would say that it's pretty amazing the job he's done.
So the transformation's unbelievable. He inherited the same kind of mess you did, and he's doing the same kind of job.
The Trump administration is looking to boost a lot of those candidates that it is allied with. In Argentina, the U.S. provided a $20 billion bailout to President Milei's government just weeks before crucial midterm elections. In Honduras as well, just before the presidential election there, President Trump said that he would reconsider support for the country if his candidate did not win. President Trump has also even gone after left-wing politicians and presidents in the region, most notably President Petro of Colombia.
He better wise up, or he'll be next. He'll be next too.
With the rise to power of several right-wing politicians and governments across Latin America, this provides an increased opportunity for the U.S. and the Trump administration. A lot of these governments want to have closer relationships with the U.S. on economic and security issues. They need to also maintain ties with China due to its economic influence in the region, but they want to have closer ties with the U.S. We expect this right-wing trend to continue into next year during at least three important elections. In Peru, a right-wing candidate will most likely win the presidential election, and in Colombia, there will be right-wing candidates vying for power, as well as in Brazil.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I think it's going to influx more. I honestly believe that this is probably going to be one of Trump's legacies when you talk about changing the North America and South America and giving. See, these guys, they want to be like the U.S. in the economy. They want to be like the U.S. in safety and regulation. They understand the need for capitalism. They're capitalistic societies that know some of them have access to oil, some don't, but they have natural resources and they want to actually do more business with the U.S. So I think that's a positive note, in my opinion, that's taking place. I'm curious to see what happens as we go into the midterm, and we'll see.